Greetings everyone, my name is MrKyurem, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Make a Good Mega Man Level Contest, or McGammo for short. During the last part, I covered the first 3 Wily Fortress stages, so now I'll be covering the second half of the Wily Fortress, starting with Wily Fortress Stage 4, which was created by Blackmore Darkwing. So let's see what this stage has in store for us. Okay, we have the crystal platforms back from Glassman's stage. We better be a little bit careful while making these jumps. And it's nice to have a reappearance of these in much harder configurations. Ooh. Wow, a combination of my 2 favorite gimmicks of this game. We have the gravity wells plus those reflector boys. Interesting. I quite enjoy it. Nice one, Blackmore Darkwing. I really wanted to see more usage of these 2 mechanics, but seeing them together, boy, that's pretty nice to see. I instantly like this stage more than the other 2, or other 3. And of course, as you're... what was it? Oh, it'll still get absorbed. Okay, it's fairly easy currently, but I'm sure it'll get harder soon enough. Especially as we can't really see where the crystals are falling from. So we have to be a little bit careful while making these jumps. In case we have that scenario, of course. Magic card it is. It is a Wily Fortress after all. We should be able to use special weapons. Oh, hello Gravity Man. Let's refight him then. A harder version, I presume? Oh, I'm not ready used to it again. Sorry. It isn't too bad, though. Really, if I keep to one side of the screen, I should be fine. And now I know that the Saturn, the ring rings actually rotate. They have a mini gravitational orbiting effect. As long as I stay on the opposite side of the screen, I should be fine. There we go. This wasn't as difficult, well, it was equally as difficult as the previous encounter against them, so now that was a nice mini-boss encounter. Okay, we have the Koopalings and this thing. Nice reuse of the more unique enemy types and gimmicks. I quite enjoy it. I suppose this stage is going to be the Tier 5 reference stage, where we have all the enemies and gimmicks from all the Tier 5 stages. Being the Super Mario World gimmicks, the Gravity Well gimmicks, and Glassman gimmicks, or unique mechanics. Nice idea, in fact. As I said, I would have liked to see more of the Gravity Well and the Glassman stages, so this is a nice compromise. Not to mention it provides a more higher level of difficulty for more experience. And in some ways I feel like this is better than the Super Mario World stage. A better spread in terms of challenge. Oh boy. I'm not gonna make this jump just yet. Let's use Black Hole Bomb and get rid of that Hammer Brother. Oh no. Okay, it wasn't too bad. Oh, hello Glassman, so we're refighting him here. So I suppose this is the Roadmaster refight stage as well. What was his weakness again? Oh, and also as a minor correction, you can't actually damage Glassman's bubble shield, even with his weakness. You have to wait for it to get destroyed. His weakness is the Gemini laser, by the way. And you can actually pierce through those glass shields using the Gemini laser. Sadly, it does nothing against the bubble. And there goes Glassman. So this was the Roadmaster rematch against Glassman and Gravity Man. Well, I suppose we don't have a conventional World Master Refight stage at the end of this Wily Fortress, so this will do. Yeah, that configuration was a little bit scary. And also, as another side note, Red Blue P actually responded to 2 episodes ago. The reason why we're sent backwards when we're hit by these glass platforms is because these are solid objects. That's also why I was shunted into the dead pit 2 parts ago. Oh no. This stage. Ugh. I didn't really like the... what was this called again? Gosh, I forgot the name of this stage already. Citadel Basement. Sorry about that, I completely blanked out on the stage. So I suppose it's the Tier 5 remix stage. Whoa! Yeah, thank you, Rush, for nearly killing me again. So this is the Tier 5 remix stage, and of course we have this segment. I'm just gonna rush jet it. There's no way I'm going to do these jumps, especially with all the frustration I had there. Although it's definitely much easier compared to all the frustration I had in the first segment of Citadel Basement, oh boy. Oh well, that was a terrible mistake I made. I should have taken the lower path. Thank goodness there's actually a checkpoint right over here. Let's do this again. This time I'm going to stay a little bit lower. Let's hope that this doesn't kill me. Sorry, Reflector Boy, but I'll be ignoring you. Oh, yeah. I forgot that it disappears if you open up the menu. Another oddity about this engine. That shouldn't happen. Fine, I have 4 more lives. I think I'll survive. Take 3 then. And this time I'm going to be following this Guts platform more closely just in case. Sure, I'm kind of cheesing this challenge, but I didn't really like this challenge in the first place. As you saw during my Tier 5 Part 2 segment, I rated this stage in 11th place because I really didn't enjoy it. I had so much frustration that it fell behind most of the other stages. Oh. Okay. So you got yourself stuck in the terrain. Okay, at least this wasn't too bad. How many tanks? Okay, I'll need an E-tank. I would like extra lives at this point. But overall, a nice Tier 5 remix stage. Many props to Blackmore Darkwing for reusing the gimmicks from all 4 of the Tier 5 stages. Although I didn't really like Entity 1037 stage as much, it's still nice to see it reused here. And to be fair, it was much easier compared to the first segment, which I had so many problems with. So this is definitely my favorite stage out of the 4 I've seen so far in the Wily Fortress. Oh! And of course we have Birdo, this time on those platforms. Oh, clever! She's going to be using a combination of all the different attacks from the various stages. Like we have those gravity orbs, which we'll need to use in order to hurt her. And if I can actually target myself correctly. And she has the bombs, which she originally had. And she has that explosive thing that those Lakitus fired. She has a bouncing projectile, and she has those crystal droppers. Can I hurt you from up here? Oh yes, I can. I'm gonna be a little bit fair and not cheese the fight and just try fighting her normally. Oh, okay. There we go. And these actually drop power-ups. That's actually quite fair, as most boss fights in Mega Man don't actually drop power-ups if you destroy the projectiles. Come on, draw those gravity wells, please. Ow. That attack is so sudden it can be kind of hard to hit. I mean, hard to dodge. Although my one complaint I would say is that the gravity wells can appear randomly. And inopportune moments. You know, if this keeps up, I'll just use a weakness. Not to mention, if the gravity wells come at bad spots, it can be kind of difficult to hurt her. There we go. You know what, I'm just gonna try using her weakness. Okay. It's the Gemini laser, I guess. And to be fair, it seems to be magnetized towards her. Wait a minute. Oh, you mean to tell me that she was always magnetic all this time? I thought we needed to wait until the gravity wells came to damage her. Well, I just overcomplicated this boss fight a lot. I thought you could only hurt her when those gravity wells were up. I thought the flashing she had was basically an immunity shield against most weapons. My bad. But that was stage 4. It's currently my favorite out of the 4 Wily stages I've gone through. Many kudos to Blackmore Darkwing. I would definitely place this somewhere between tier 4 and tier 5. Nice remix of all the mechanics there. Alright, the next stage is by MrKyurem. Kyurem. My apologies if I keep calling you MrKyurem, but that's usually what I see from that name. I'll call you Kyurem for the rest. So let's see what Kyurem's stage has to offer. Okay, we have this Fan Fiend. I'm not sure where the music from the last stage and this stage came from. Oh boy, there are a lot of air gimmicks here. Don't tell me there are going to be a lot of death spikes. Of course, I completely botched that. I swear this track either came from a custom title or it's from Mega Man 9 or 10. And what's with the differently colored enemies as well? It seems like there's something strangely unique about them that I'm missing. But the stage so far is relatively vanilla, so let's see how we progress. Okay, a lot of time bombs here. And I botched that up completely. Okay, we gotta be a bit precise over here. Oh. Oh, that's why. Okay, it's going to be one of those stages, I guess. Let's see if I can do this correctly this time. Of course, I fail. The jump button failed to work. Take 2, or take 3, let's see how this goes. Okay, it worked much better this time. The way these work is that once you actually shoot the head enough times, the pieces will fly towards you and you can destroy them individually that way. Better be really careful here, especially with the Fan Fiend trying to blow me into the spikes. Or I can just use the metal blades and completely own it. Oh, you. Well, that works. Right now, I would really like extra lives, more than anything else. The Wily stages have done a number on me, and unlike the other stages, I can't just go out to refill. I'm really getting an appreciation for how strong the Metal Blade, not the Metal Blade, the Gemini Laser and the Firestorm, Solar Blaze are. I mean, the Solar Blaze, as long as you can shotgun it, it's a really powerful and useful tool, and the Gemini Laser is pretty devastating. I would have preferred if there was an extra life over there. And the Metal Blade was justifiably nerfed in order to give more precedence to the other weapons. It is still pretty useful, but because it does less damage, it's not the end-all be-all as it was in Mega Man 2. Whoa. I didn't see you there, sorry. Oh, yeah. That was my fault, of course. That was my fault, too. Yikes, some of these jumps are a little bit too precise for comfort, if you ask me. Oh, I wish I could go there, but I'm not gonna risk it. I'm kind of liking the fan gimmick, but out of the rest of the stages so far, this is my least favorite. Sorry, Kyurem. This isn't really tickling my fancy. It's kind of more frustrating compared to the rest. I do like the gimmick of all the fans and the enemies which you can destroy individually, and the focus on being careful, but I prefer the other stage gimmicks. Not to mention some of these fan strengths are way too strong for comfort. Whoa, that was way too close. My jump button failed on the last attempt. Plus, it feels like these fans are way too strong for their own comfort. Way too strong for comfort. This is one of those stages where I really wish I had the spike guard. Just for insurance. But really, the main pejorative of this stage are the fan fiends and the fans themselves. They're the main hazard of surviving in this stage. How do you destroy this? Okay. It is a little bit offset, so you do need to fire a little bit higher than where its faceplate is. Oh no. You know what, I'm just gonna face tank it. I don't want to die here. So I'm just gonna eat up an E-tank because I have many more E-tanks than my health suggests. Than my life counter. This was definitely one of the hardest Wily Fortress stages, and my least favorite. Sorry. I preferred all the other ones. Oh. Okay, Airman and the Wily Capsule. Oh boy. Okay, so he has the air shooter like before, but he has all the Wily Capsule homing shots. That's going to make it definitely more challenging. He dropped me. Oops, that was my mistake. What is he weak against? The top spin? No. The Thunderwell? He's absolutely immune to it. No. Oh. Barrel shot? No, I don't think it's the Ferro shot. Okay, I guess it is the Ferro shot, or he has no weakness. No, he's completely immune against that. I was thinking it was going to be a joke weakness. Okay, Ferro shot is the best bet on this fight, but I'll just finish him off using the Mega Buster. Seems fitting, really. Well, it was a fitting end to this tougher air-teamed stage with all the spikes and close combat. I didn't really enjoy it as much as the previous stages, but it was well polished. Could have done better if I had a spike guard, of course, as I felt like the fans in certain segments were a little bit too strong than my own comfort level would suggest. I wish there was more room so we could practice with the stronger fan currents, especially with the risk of instant death in some of those places. You saw how I died 2 or 3 times in that one room, because I couldn't get used to jumping across that pit, especially with the sudden burst of wind. I only have 2 lives left, and we're on to the final official Wily stage.